为不是艺术，我认为就是说他有在人的想法，也许他纹身是要助威啊，属下人家还是什么？那你说到艺术方面，我没有感觉到艺术。
Right now, I think the society views that people with tattoos are basically like gangsters. That's basically in Pacific Asia, cause like Asian people like the oldies think that it's related to gangsters. So they think that if you are a tattoo, you are like someone, you are related to something bad and something not good.
Probably they think that tattoos are scary, and then they are not able to accept them as like a normal image for some person.
在早年前啊，纹身警方会抓了，到了今天你要怎么样都警方都不管你，你要脸上放也可以，人家当你是小鬼了嘛，怎么是艺术呢？
Most of us have the misconception that tattoos is tied in together with shady people or like people who are generally bad because we've been brought up to think that people who have tattoos are like either related to gangs or they like along or that kind of thing.
I guess everybody got their own train of thoughts, so they can judge all they want. I know I'm a good guy.
Older people just think that we are like hooligans, you know. We just bum around, do nothing. It's just doing something we like and it pays the bills a bit.
I couldn't really study, so I just like drawing. Like ever since primary school, secondary school, I just like to draw. So I mean, I thought it'd be cool to draw on someone's skin. That's how I started. Actually, when I was young, I wanted to be, one of those guys in a motocross stunt bike. Yeah, that's what I wanted to be. Yeah, but I guess not. So, change profession. I wanted to be a chef last time. My mother didn't want me to be a chef because she said it's like forever you'll be learning and all that kind of thing, And one day I wanted to go LaSalle, this art school, so I got my portfolio ready, all that. I went to a tattoo shop. My mom was getting a tattoo. So the boss of the tattoo shop saw my portfolio. She just asked me, do you want to learn tattooing? Sure. And here I am, I guess.
I used to take art in school for a while, but they took away the lessons. Then after I went private to study art. But I quit after that. I don't see why I have to go and study. Myself can study them like through books, like through other tattooists. Sometimes we share around.
A lot of hard work, practice, sleepless nights. I draw every day. Yeah, that's what it takes. Just hard work. So, I mean, some people naturally got the talent, right? Like they can draw really well, but doesn't mean you can tattoo well. Technically, you got to be good also. So it takes time.
Actually, I didn't love art till the age of 21. I picked up art and fell in love with it. So I asked my tattoo artist whether I can learn from him. Then he took me in. And then since I did have no history in arts, it was really tough for me. So I just did a lot of painting, a lot of drawing, hard work. Like, don't give up on what I wanted to be, which was tattoo artist. And so here I am after like 2 years.
I'm actually from like a very art background, and my granddad was a sign painter. You know, when I grew up, when I was young, I saw like his painting and stuff. I got really into like art scene, and then when I started painting, like it didn't really, you know, make a lot of money. Painting is not really like a good way of earning money in Singapore. I found out like about tattooing when I got my first tattoo at like 15. I noticed that like that's the way, like, you know, how you start to earn money and like earn a living out of art. It's like a walking canvas, like, you know, people get your artwork on their skin.
Quite a few memorable people, like moms coming with their daughters to get something done, or you know, like people do things for just memory's sake, you know.
Even though like it's some small tattoos, I like to ask them what it means, and then they share with me like family got into an accident and passed away or something, and then it kind of like make me kind of, you know, get more connected with the customer, and then from there we become friends, and then sometimes we just get to know each other more from there.
A lot of stories, get to meet a lot of people. A lot of, like, you know, I tattooed people, like, for example, there's this girl. I tattooed her fiance's name on her. Then she was crying and everything. Then she told me the story, you know. Her fiance locked himself up in a hotel, committed suicide. She wanted to help, you know, really wanted like help from the hotel staff, but they didn't let her in. They thought she was like a prostitute or something like that, you know. Ended up, he just died in the hotel room. So I'm just glad, you know, like I can tattoo her. It's like a form of closure, you know.
If I were to go back right now and tell my parents that I want to be a tattoo artist, I think they wouldn't want to accept that, because I think Asian parents, like my parents, Malay parents, they don't view it as something profitable, and it's something that go against, as I'm a Muslim, it goes against my religions, etc. But it should be alright. I mean, they shouldn't view it in that sense, because it's actually something quite positive.
First thing, my mom would slap me, and my father also would slap me, because I don't know, they think it's bad.
I think they'll be quite shocked, because I don't think tattoos form a very good image for others. It doesn't show a very positive image.
For me, when I look at it, I feel very strange and uncomfortable for me to look at it. So I would not allow my children to have tattoo.
我当然是反对了，一是成千古恨了，你的形象也不好嘛。像我一个顾客，他这里也是有纹身，这里也是有纹身，他交了女朋友，他女朋友带他去给他家长看，他都不敢去，他这里纹身。
It's something that I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was a kid. Apparently, I told my mom that I wanted to do it when I was in like primary school. She had my teacher like talk me out of it by telling me I catch HIV from the needles. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. Then I told her that again when I was maybe like 15, which I remember, and she just said no.
When I got my first tattoo, and my mom cried for like, I don't know, man, like a few days. And then like, she actually like asked me this question, like, would you promise me, like, you won't get any more tattoos? That's what I told her was like, you know, Mom, I can't promise you. I don't want to break a promise, so like I can't promise you. And then when I got into this line, at first she didn't know. I didn't tell her. And then after the apprenticeship, and then I started my own shop. And like slowly, like while she sees it, you know, when I'm like progressing and like I'm earning my own money, paying my own bills, she's happy now. Like she's at least actually like proud of me, you know, like telling people like, hey, my son is an artist and stuff.
My mom just said that, don't regret what you do. And I was kind of surprised because me as a Muslim, coming from her was a big shock. She just said, don't regret, and then just do what you love and pursue it.
I think the most memorable, probably not talking to my dad for 2 years, because he found out I was tattooing. He didn't like it. You know, he relates it to being like the bad people, the old school of thoughts. Although he has a tattoo himself, so no idea why. I don't think it's about the money. I mean, some tattoo artists earn a lot. But to me, if I could do something fun for like a minimal price, I'll still do it because I like to do it. You know, it's just passion, I guess. Tattoo artists, like a lot of people think they are like rock stars. You know, like you see them in the club, just looking cool, sitting down. But that's not the case, man. You know, we got to work hard. It's not like Miami Inn, you know. It's earn lots of money. It's not like that. It's all about working hard. It's earning what you need to earn, you know.
It doesn't pay a lot, you know. For now, you got ups and downs. Sometimes you have more, sometimes you have less. It doesn't really matter, you know. Because at least I'm doing something every day that I like, rather than just finding an 8 to 5 job. You know, go to work on time and work on time.
Like it's not 8 to 5, you know. Yeah, when I want to work, I work. I work hard, I earn more. It's like a lot of 8 to 5 jobs. No matter how hard you work, how many balls you need to carry, you're still there.
You know, I see myself doing it until I die. Like I seriously, I see myself there, because that's the reason why I tattoo my whole face, because you know, tell myself, you know, to never give up. That's why my first neck tattoo was like believe yourself right here, and it's more like you know, tell myself not to like backwards, you know, back down. Mostly like, you know, tell me not to back out and stuff, not to give up.
Probably do it till my hands don't work anymore. I think as long as I can tattoo, yeah. Everyone, I think, has a long way to go. There's so many things to try and to do in this tattooing industry, or just basically art. And art is always changing, you know, like it's always evolving. What you had like maybe 10 years ago and now it's really different. So.
Slowly, the society is starting to accept that. I mean, it's no more viewed as a taboo. Like tattoo is now slowly, it's just an art form. I think they still can get jobs. I mean, if it's in the design industry, sure, why not?
Tattoo artist, it's just another job. It's really just another job that, you know, nowadays everything is equally hard to do. You just have to be good at it. It's just another job.